with a white stripe. He is the defending WBA and IBF 26 fights, 26 victories, 19 coming by way of knockout. Murat Gassiev! Fighting out of the blue corner. He wears white with the blue and gold trim. He is the tournament top seed, and tonight he is making his 5th defense of his WBO, fighting out of Kiev, Ukraine, Oleksandr Usyk.
Bringing the men together for their final instructions.
Good luck. Let's do this. Touch up.
So the seek and destroy operative from Ossetia both embark upon their midnight mission here in Moscow. So here we go then. The battle for the undisputed Cruiserweight World Championship is underway. Round 1, comparative inexperience.
Well, I'm not too sure, Ronald. I think this is going to be
rounder tonight. Remember, this is just his 15th night scheduled bout over the championship.
It's a vociferous crowd, all on the
7th fight outside of overseas for Oleksandr Usyk here in Russia for the first time, stepping into.
But I think if we're going to score it, it's going to go towards Usyk because he's had a dominant jab. His footwork is
to change. More of that in a moment as we analyze some of the action from the first round.
Here you go, Gassiev went for Usyk. Double jab, Usyk using his feet well.
Usyk again, such a 6'3" and 200 pounds. Terrific mover, left and right, in and out.
For a big guy, 14.5 stone. Nice combination there from Gassiev.
Krzysztof Wlodarczyk in the 3rd round. It was a left hook to the body, which was disguised. Using a simplistic analogy, it could well come down to the volume of Usyk as we're seeing here. And their head down as a draw. There is a 4th judge, there's a count-back system in place. And USA, Philip Verbeek from Belgium and Robin Taylor of the US. Jab both upstairs and downstairs from Usyk. And look at that movement. But again, hand practically incessant, just continuing to poke it out of Gassiev, who's trying to parry it with his lead left hand. Counter left hand over the top.
We'll find it. Step, okay? There's 2 of you in here, all right? Keep moving.
There's that 2-3-4 punch combination from Gassiev, trying to slot work to the very intelligent work to the body. Now partially blocked by Usyk. That's intelligent work from Gassiev. He knows Usyk's going to be very hard.
By both men to begin this 3rd stanza. Immediately out to the space of Usyk. It is something that Gassiev, which may well slow down the movement of the WBC and WBO champion.
Watch that later on in the fight.
And cries of ear. And there you see the superior punch output of Oleksandr with him.
Exactly, yeah, that's exactly what it is. I mean, every jab he throws fell short, but the more he can punch.
Just referring back to that 1980 Olympic tournament, which was staged here, Tier 5. But there were other terrific boxers. Patricio Olivia from Italy, Andrea Saldu, who'd been staged in this venue. And you see Gassiev not far behind.
Nice counter left hook from Gassiev earlier, but if you I noticed Usyk's foot
to the body beneath Usyk's right elbow. Terrific round of boxing once again. What do you prefer? Foul around Usyk in that blue corner. In Usyk's corner.
Nice jab there from Usyk, and there's that counter left hook. Both handed then jab. You pick him from round 1 to round 12 if it goes that far.
Instant movement laterally. That's a good left. Familiar pattern once more.
So unbelievable, but what he does, everything he does is just brilliant. And he's going to be a hard man.
Great. Said that he possesses the mindset, the mind map of where he wants to go in this sport. If anything, that can be done to deter him. Beautiful left hand and then a right uppercut.
That's the kind of work that's going to win you a fight. Like, this fight's going to be so close. Both guys are so evenly matched.
Punch volume, just not dipping for a moment from Usyk. Halting right jab. But he's always moving. And when he gets moving, jab, but falling short once more.
Yeah, I mean, I've done my homework and I've done my research. I know Gassiev's very smart. I think he's going to come on strong as the fight wears on.
Oh, that's a good right hand from Gassiev.
The noise in this arena, Ronald, when he landed that right hand. Here we go. Whack. Dangerous shot. There we are. Slip, bang. Oh, great shot. Usyk took the well to be.
Now that was in the closing seconds, that success from Gassiev, but prior to that, again, Oleksandr Usyk. But he says that Gassiev is capable of landing a shot early in the contest that could well bothered by that too much in the long term. But again, Murat Gassiev always circling his opponent, seemingly in punching. And again, cries of Russia, the torso of Usyk. And it really is a give and take type of contest.
Punch on the bag. He'll stand up on the heavy bag for hours, throwing right hand, throwing left, affect those shots. Similar to Triple G. He throws his hooks.
We'll keep an eye on that as the contest progresses. With left hand through the guard once again, but a hard right hand. Work with that snake lick of a right jab, Murat Gassiev. That one between Muhammad Ali and Joe Frazier. When Arthur McCanty asked both coaches if they have any questions.
I couldn't see it, but that's not going to hurt Gassiev's chances by slowing Usyk down with a... There's that low shot, yeah, it was below the belt, that one.
Supremacy, and you'd expect nothing less, given the credential. A little bit of flair from the Ukraine, flowing and fluid here in round 6, as it was in the opening round.
He wiped the sole of his right foot on it to slow Gassiev down.
Gassiev to Abel Sanchez after his 17th professional contest. He was 17-0 with 11 knock. As boxer and trainer, hard left hand from Gassiev, and then he digs one downstairs. Biggest difference is mental. He says that the belief in himself is really deep. Belief has really deepened over the course of the last 3 fights. Because he said the system that they employ at the summit up in Big Bear, and they buy into the system totally. He said that the last 3 fights for Gassiev have been...
But he trains very hard, and he's boxing really well. I mean, it's...
Milka, his scorecards are being collected after every round, the 4th official, and then that would be taken from the 3 scoring judges. More of that as we go on. Hard left hand to the body once more from Gassiev.
Yeah, little finger, any more of that, I think we'll be getting points taken off, which we don't want to see in this fight. We don't want to see... Notice Usyk always veers off to his right.
That he believes whoever, whatever he hits, he can hurt. And if our best isn't good enough, then we've simply met a better man on the day. There's a hard right. His entire career the same way. He said he made guys adapt to him. He'll be looking to employ a similar type of strategy throughout his career.
Force is probably now best part 15.5 stone now, and the hand speed is... Sorry, Ronald.
Both men scaled an identical 198.2 pounds. And again, Marco Hook in the quarter-final over in Berlin. That's a cracking right hook, trying to close the distance against the perpetual motion of Oleksandr Usyk, being concentrated on his work and countered with punches of his own. Usyk in his direction. Yeah,
explosive punches from Gassiev, but what he can't go, he hadn't done anything in a round, and Usyk is winning this round like quite comfortably. He can't. There's he fell short. He fell short by he's got a carved opportunities out himself. The most dominant round so far.
Oleksandr Usyk is part of those changes in his corner team. Beautiful left hand on the end of that. Andrei Kolosov, who's described as a mental coach, who's here tonight supporting Usyk. Back-to-back gold medals in Beijing and London, 2 handstands across the ring. They're physical exercises, of course, but he says that Usyk does the same things. Share so many similarities in terms of their training methodology. Wonderful left hand.
He's not getting involved in the punch-up with the hard and punching man. He's sticking to his game plan. Rounds out.
Well, a puncher of the caliber of Gassiev is always in the contest as long as he carries his power late. Got rid of the KO dot for every minute of every round. And of course, given the fact that they are both...
The old boxing adage, Ron, it comes, but the more you look for that knockout and that one single punch will get picked off. Gassiev.
Try out there, all right? What's this just like?
His little 4-punch combination again.
Abel Sanchez saying audibly, I would rather see you try, but this is a blistering start. Pretty close to it when Usyk puts his punches together like that. Hard right hand from is increasing his dominance, and particularly over the past couple of rounds.
Yeah, like that there again. He's in control of the distance, he's in control of the range, he's in control of the...
Being reduced to single shot attacks here. There's a good left-right combination, but again, look at jab thrown. through the completed round. So
that's simply not enough to win a boxing match. Gassiev's got to be more dominant, more vicious with his
possesses. Gassiev is forced to miss rather badly because of the movement of Usyk. Thin trumps everything. Murat Gassiev said that you have to train hard. Gassiev, who's then stopped in his tracks by a jolting right jab. But both men, well, he feels the same level of professionalism in his opponent. That
a bit more aggressive with his footwork. He's kind of chugging forward rather than pushing.
Corner, and Murat Gassiev is struggling to get off. There he gets through with a left uppercut. Possible to deter, impossible to discourage. There's a cracking long left uppercut from Usyk right before.
There's no way we're going to win the decision unless you go out and knock him down at least once. Okay? So
Lovely 3-punch combination, 4-punch 5. This magnitude, you cannot get hit with 8 punches without arms, and there's that lovely uppercut to finish a round off.
Unless you put this man on the floor. But again, it's Oleksandr Usyk who has made a
nice defensive, was it a roll there?
Murat Gassiev, the 14th World Champion of America, Trainer of the Year. Oh, that's a terrific left uppercut, right hook from Usyk. From his nose, Usyk's accuracy. But then he comes back with a big right hand, which brings a figure here in this 10th round, such as the dominance of the tournament #1 seed. Look at the volley of punches he's being subjected to from Usyk. This is terrific stuff.
And the hands, he's boxing almost like a heavy bag. He's there to be hit. Good right hand from Gassiev.
Remember, we are looking to crown the first undisputed cruiser, which is through round 10. And again, it is 3 times the number thrown and landed from Oleksandr. Gassiev is finding it difficult to contend with. Gassiev swinging any sustained success.
You can't run all your right. Gassiev gets his foot on the outside. He goes a different way. Usyk, he pivots out. There are some highlights. Another great round from Usyk. Double jab. Left. Looking at Usyk, he just stands there to take punches. I've been a bit disappointed with his defense. He hasn't been heavy bag. He hasn't slipped. He hasn't rolled. He hasn't countered. He's just.
You mentioned the fact that Lomachenko is often referred to as a miniature, particularly in rounds 8, 9, and 10. That is why Usyk took European Championship gold 2 years later in Liverpool. You've been ringside for that as well, as I was for London 2012. And what a...
To the Olympic Games and all the competitions in between, the Worlds, the Europeans, he pretty much demolished everyone in the amateur ranks, and he's done the same to everyone in the...
Usyk. This man is impossible to discourage. Single shot landed from Gassiev once again, but Oleksandr Usyk continuing to demonstrate that he...
My mouth one, he's boxed beautifully for the whole fight. The way he dictates the pace of the fight with that.
Oleksandr Usyk facing his 4th undefeated fighter with a perfect record tonight. 3rd fight against Isaiah Thomas, who was 15-0 at the time, which ruled a no contest. Who will decide the victor and the winner of the inaugural Muhammad Ali trophy.
Kind of touch and go, but I think from round 5 onwards, it's been all Usyk, and he's been exemplary.
Supremacy in the final third of the contest, and he has done so with him. The 2 men just exchanging conversation there, but it's Usyk who is in control once that proved to be the difference. Never certain, of course, against a preeminent puncher like Murat Gassiev. That is proving to be the case. Oleksandr Usyk with terrific free-flowing shots once more to prevent the punch-picking accuracy of Usyk.
He's been, and nobody's been as fluid as Usyk. He turns defense into attack. He's got beautiful punch selection. He doesn't look for power that much. He's just 3, 4, 5
punches while in the pocket. There's a jolting right jab, followed by another 2 right jabs and a left cross. This man's conditioning is just a marvel to behold. Terrific punch output in craft.
It's the punch output. I mean, he's skill, discipline. He hasn't got too brave and started to swing out of him. He's just boxed really well. He's
not wishing to be unkind to Gassiev. It almost brings to mind Jeff Lacey's, Oleksandr Usyk flowing as freely as mercury deep into this. And Oleksandr Usyk gets on his bike as the bell sounds to conclude the 12th and final Muhammad Ali trophy. Murat Gassiev gave it everything that he had.
Against a world-class fighter. He's just take astonishing performance. He boxed so well. I think he just put himself up there. In
1988, when he beat Carlos de Leon to add the WBC title to his WBA and Evander Holyfield's record for ascending to a Cruiserweight World title against the fearsome Dwight Muhammad Kawi, the Camden Buzzsaw, in his 12th contest. As we take a look at some of the action from the 12th and final round, and here we see Usyk landing, Murat Gassiev missing.
Yep, that's it. There's that smile. There's that smile from Usyk with himself.
While the crowd, Diamante is in position and ready to deliver the official verdict, which will see ever Muhammad Ali trophy to conclude the World Boxing Super Series in the Cruiserweight division. Of the fact that Usyk is from Ukraine, he manufactured the gloves for both Oleksandr Usyk and this man's, well, I suspect they're far more worn out because
Moral De Fiore, 119 to 109, Philippe Viberka. Oleksandr!
And he has also earned himself the inaugural Muhammad Ali trophy here in the Russian capital. And the WBC judge from the USA and Philip Babik, the WBA judge from, he confirmed that the winner of tonight's contest will be the chief boxing officer of Kamosa and Lonnie Ali, the white. He stopped him with a terrific display in the 10th round over in Berlin. Then he went on disputed Cruiserweight champion of the world and the winner of the inaugural Muhammad Ali.
And he proved this. And again, congrats, Alexander. You need just do your best job, what you can do. And only God knows what's happened. First round, last round, every round, because...
Спасибо тем людям, которые были... Я выглядел вот так. Много людей, и они присутствуют здесь. Моя семья. После этого поединка мы с командой обдумаем.
Ты родился в один день с легендарным Мухаммедом Али. Твоя карьера связана. Будет направлен... Куда ты направишь этот трофей? Вот у тебя есть уже...
Олимпийский. Спасибо. Люди...
I'll hand the microphone back to our MC for the evening, David Diamante, to close the proceedings here.